Grandma's Room, episode 14. Today we're talking about time slips, the Battle of LA, and DB Cooper. Who wants to start today? Who wants to start today?
I will.
Terry, you don't have anything.
Damn it.
No, you do. He has a topic.
Ben starts his Battle of LA.
Hang on, I'm trying to snap someone about a project for the summer.
You know what? You should get your head out of the gutter.
Who?
Hey, Ben.
At least I came with a fixed topic this time,
I came with a fixed topic.
You came?
unlike the
Yeah.
last two.
Wait, you came?
Yeah.
On what? A fixed topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I did that last time.
Oh, okay. It looked like it wasn't recording.
Okay. I guess I'll... Do you just want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. I have time slips this time. And time slip is essentially when a person or group of people seem to like travel into a different era, not knowing how or why they got there, but they usually come back. I'm guessing if they don't, we never hear about it because obviously,
They left.
yeah, they didn't come back to tell us. But some people believe that's what ghosts are, because like a lot of the time you'll see like they're from the past, like the stereotypical. I saw a woman in clothes from the 1800s and she seemed out of place, and then they vanished. Like that could be them slipping into our time. And I don't know. I don't see many that people that see ghosts from the future. But I don't know. That could just like be that I didn't hear those stories. But let's go into some stories that I found. Sherry N. There was no like real names. The hell, dude. Every single time we start, he starts boxing his mic. Anyway, Sherry N was putting clothes away that she had just folded in her house, and she started hearing strange noises coming from the baby monitor she had in her room. And she said this was strange because her husband and child were in the living room watching TV, and like the baby was like falling asleep in his lap, so she should have been hearing noises coming from the baby's room. And she said from her room she could see the two of them sitting in the living room, like in the chair, and she said the sounds sounded very familiar to her because earlier she was in the child's room putting away his clothes and toys while she told him the story of Jack and the Beanstalk for the first time. And she was hearing the sounds of drawers opening and closing, and she heard her son's voice like babbling on the monitor. And she realized the monitor was just replaying what happened earlier that day. And
Oh, dude.
yeah, she said it was not a recorder. It was specifically just live, like a relay from the room. Like it wasn't meant to record voices, so it couldn't have recorded them from earlier. And she called her husband into the room to make sure she wasn't going insane. And he came in with the child asleep in his arms. So obviously, even if it was the kid, I mean, like, if there was any thought that it could have been the kid then talking, it couldn't have been because he was asleep in his dad's arms. And she said his dad listened in disbelief, and they kept listening to their son laughing and like making noise, like babbling. You know how babies talk. And
Like Rupert.
like Rupert, what's that?
Uncle Scott's child.
I don't know. Oh, okay. But they said this never happened before and it hasn't happened since. So it was just like it was like a one-off thing,
Like a time slip.
like a time slip. And it's pretty much the only like theory they had for like what that could have been. But another story. Daisy and Rick. These two are I bet these two are animals. But Daisy and Rick were driving to their friend's house, and Daisy said that the first 45 minutes went smoothly until Rick's truck just broke down in the middle of the night. I think they're in the desert, so it was just like the middle of nowhere. But said Rick was trying to fix the engine when he finally gave up, and they decided to walk to the nearest town to like find a payphone and call their friend. And she said they walked for what seemed like hours, and they got desperate, and all of a sudden, over a hill in front of them, like they were walking, and they saw a hill, and then they saw like this bright light coming from over the hill. They didn't see like anything specifically yet, they just saw the light. And when they got to the top of the hill, they described a futuristic city with massive metal towers and lights coming out of every window. And in the middle of the city, they said they saw a giant silver dome, and she was just staring like almost in a trance, and Rick elbowed her and told her to look up, And when she did, she saw just like hundreds of aircraft. Like they described it as hovercraft, but like I don't like that word because it seems corny.
Yeah.
But hundreds of them just flying around. And she said one started flying in their direction, and they took off running back to the truck, because like a hovercraft starts coming
Yeah.
towards you at night. Yeah, I get why they ran, but said they got away, but the whole time they were going back to the truck, it felt like someone was watching them. And
Like the craft was watching them?
it didn't say no, because like they didn't say the craft followed them. They
They
just
said it
said
was going in their direction.
yeah, but they said they got away from it. Like they got back to the truck safely. Like,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know. They just had like a weird feeling that someone was watching them.
Wait, after they left?
Yeah, after they got back to the truck, like on their way back to the truck,
Uh huh.
like kind of like someone was following them. And a lot of these stories are just really short, because like the time slip happens for like a minute or two and it just ends.
Yeah.
And so another family, this one was kind of weird to me. In 1995, a family was on a trip from the north of South Australia to Barossa Valley. When they passed through a small town, they'd been through this town like tons of times before because it was like a routine family trip.
Mhm.
And the town was named Allendale North. And as they got closer, they saw a ton of people walking around outside of a hotel, and it was strange to them because like any time they ever went through that town before, the hotel was like almost deserted. Like there was just like a couple of cars outside, and so there's some sort of fair, and everyone was dressed in like 1800s clothes, and they slowed down. And this is like, I don't know if the kids were asleep, but at the time he said his wife was asleep in the passenger seat, so it was just him, like awake. And he said they slowed down and saw horse and buggies, and he said he saw a little boy dressed in navy blue sailor's outfit walking with his mom. And he said the boy and him maintained eye contact the entire time they passed. And he said the boy had these like strangely like deep blue eyes, like it was like not
Like this
normal.
Cap color blue eyes?
He almost explained it like penetrating eyes, like he was kind of like looking through them.
Mm-hmm.
But he said him and the boy maintained eye contact the whole time as he was like slowly driving past, but nobody else seemed to notice that there was a car driving through the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And said his wife woke up in the passenger seat and asked where they were, and he told her Allendale North, and he suggested that they stop, and he was looking in the rearview mirror when he saw everyone and saw an empty main street when he looked in the rearview mirror.
Dude,
There was
fuck
nobody there.
that.
So like they were driving through, his wife woke up, and when he looked back to like go to point out to her, they were just gone. And that's it. That's the whole story, obviously, because there's nothing else to go on
Yeah.
if they're gone.
Well, you have your own time slip story, don't you?
What are you talking about?
Remember, like a few years ago, it was you had to back out so I think it was Terry or his girlfriend could park at.
Oh,
your mom's
that
house.
wasn't a time slip. It was just strange, because like,
Well, yeah, but
okay, here's the. I'll explain it. Terry's girlfriend was at her house. It was when we still lived at home, like with our mom, and I was parking his girlfriend in. So like when she left for the night, I had to like pull out, and it goes up like a quarter mile
yeah,
up into a
if
cul-de-sac. So I was like, I'll just drive up the cul-de-sac, turn around, and come back to the house. It takes 30 seconds to get up to the top.
Yeah.
And I got back, and they said I was gone for half an hour. And like, do you remember that, Terry?
Yeah, I do.
And I was just like, I drove up, turned around, didn't stop once. Like I was gone for like a minute. And they're like, you were gone for half an hour. So I don't know if I just black out and just sit staring forward in my car, but then somebody should have came out to my car and been like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know.
Well, I guess it was nighttime though, right?
Yeah.
So maybe no one saw.
But my headlights,
Yeah.
I was sitting in my car, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
And
who knows?
I didn't stop driving from what I remember. I don't know. It's a 1 minute trip to the top to the cul-de-sac and back.
Mhm.
It was weird.
You're probed, bud.
Probed. On August 1st, 1946. This one's kind of strange too. The Western Mail. I think it's like a newspaper in Australia, and it had a letter from J. Truman from Colcarm, Western Australia, and he was in an army surplus store looking for a pair of secondhand khaki pants, and he said, having served in many parts of the empire, and have seen many strange things beyond my limited comprehension. I have always been partial to khaki, having worn it for more years than I care to remember. So there's nothing strange in my going to an army surplus store and purchasing, amongst other goods, a pair of second-hand khaki trousers. The first time I put them on was a Saturday night, and a feeling came over me which would be hard to describe. I had a restless night, and on Sunday morning I put the same trousers on again, picked up my haversack and rifle. As I was walking across the paddocks, the heavy fog seemed to become more intense. Suddenly I found myself in a jungle. In front of me was a young Australian soldier, advancing along the trail, Tommy gun at the ready. Then I spotted a... This might offend somebody. So it's just a quote from the 40s that the guy said. He said, "Then I spotted a Jap sniper in the tallest tree on the right side of the trail, taking aim. I yelled a warning to the Aussie, but too late. He lay dead on the trail. My yell frightened sheep and lambs in all directions, and I felt a great fool, yet it was as though I had been with him. I examined the trousers carefully when I arrived back at the homestead and found what appeared to be bloodstains on them. I suppose there's an explanation somewhere, but the experience has got me beat." So he just traveled. I'm guessing what he's implying was that the khaki pants that he had on was worn by that kid that had the Tommy gun when it was sniped in World War II.
That's weird. I don't know if I believe that story in particular.
I don't know. It's all of it's out there.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I'm starting to, the more and more that we learn about it, I'm starting to believe the paranormal less. Except for you aliens. I still believe in aliens for sure.
I think I'm the same way.
Yeah. It's just
it just
you
seems...
really start to realize how crazy some of the shit is.
Yeah. But dude, this next story, oh my god. This next story is insane. This isn't really time slip, this is more time travel. Government sponsored time travel.
Ooh.
Boy, this guy is insane. Back in 2011, Andrew D. Basiago and William Stillings came out and announced that they were former chrononauts.
Chrononauts?
So, astronauts, they travel through space. Chrononauts, they travel through time, like chronology.
Oh, okay.
They'd allegedly worked on Project Pegasus while working for DARPA, which is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Project Pegasus was developed in the 70s, and in the year 1980, they were in a community college in California taking a Mars training class, and the school was apparently just like a cover for the project. Like, it wasn't a real school.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even specify the school. He just said a California community college, so that's already a red flag. If you're coming out and telling all the details about your story, you can't be vague about this stuff if you want to be taken seriously. But he said they were picked to go to Mars and were told they'd get there using teleportation. There's another student using the cover name Barry Sotero, and who was also chosen to go with them. You guys know the real man's name?
Barry McCogner?
Barack Obama.
Oh.
What?
Barack Obama was time traveling with them and teleporting places.
Really?
Yep.
Was he doing this during his campaign?
No, it was in 1980.
Wait, was he
So
alive?
that would have made him like a teenager.
Oh yeah, he was
if
alive.
that.
Can you look up real quick how old
He
Obama
would've-
is now and see what age he would have been in
He would have
1980?
been like 20, probably.
I'll keep
If that.
I'll keep going.
Yeah.
But he said they used the jump room and in 2012 the White House actually had to deny that Obama had ever been to Mars. What?
Okay, you said 1980?
Yeah.
Okay, that would have made him 19.
Oh, I was very
Okay.
close.
Wait. Hold up. 80 minus 61.
He's 61 right now?
No, he was born in 61.
Yes, 19.
Yes, 19.
So this story's bullshit completely. Okay. But yeah. The White House had actually come out in 2012 and deny that Obama had ever been to Mars. And I found a YouTube video by Hakant Kalem, and it's about this Andrew D. Basiago guy. You know, the chrononaut. And the YouTuber apparently found a picture that showed Andrew Basiago walking were attending the Gettysburg Address.
Come on.
Yeah. And the video showed an article that said U.S. time travel technologies were used as early as 1971 to acquire first-hand documentary knowledge about September 11th, 2001. Then why wasn't it avoided? Like, there's no logic to this, dude. It also said DARPA created the precursor to the internet, the ARPANET, and had a penchant for trumpeting its advances, such as putting surveillance cameras on the backs of bumblebees and other exotic achievements in military science.
No.
It also said DARPA's secret time travel program unlocked several of the more enigmatic facts in the 9/11 literature, and may be the key to society's unraveling of the ultimate accountability for the false flag operation that took place on September 11th, 2001. So they just quickly slipped in that 9/11 was a false flag. And
They also...
I was already calling bullshit on this story, and that sealed the deal for
I
me.
call bullshit. I stopped listening as soon as you said bumblebees with cameras.
Yeah.
You stopped listening?
Yeah.
You're not going to pay attention to the story?
Well, I mean, I stopped giving it entertaining the idea of
That
it
it
being...
could have been real?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Yeah, please listen, though, because it gets cool. And Basaggio said you'd walk into the clear chamber and walk into a cloud of plasma and were essentially wormholed and would move through a series of chaotic arching tunnels. And that was on Coast to Coast AM, which is like a radio show. It's like about all kinds of weird stuff, like aliens, ghosts, like mind stuff.
Mhm.
And this part comes from the Coast to Coast interview that he was on, and he said traveling to Gettysburg Address was. What are you doing?
Hey, knock it
What are you
off.
doing?
What did I do?
Anyway,
Just knock it off.
he said traveling to the Gettysburg Address was a gift to him for performing so well in the project. He was scared to go because he said in his portrait, Abraham Lincoln looked like a chimpanzee in a black suit, and that freaked him out. So he backed out and didn't want to go because he was afraid of Abraham Lincoln. Yeah. And his dad and another man at the project decided to come back in 2 weeks and see what Basaggio wanted to do. Like, see if he would, like, think it over. Because I don't know why they wanted to go to the Gettysburg Address so bad as a gift. If he didn't want to go, he didn't want to go. I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this to myself, because it's
Yeah.
not true. But he said when they went back, he said that he decided to go to the Gettysburg Address to please his dad. And a woman named Valerie then dressed him up like a Union bugle boy. He then went into the time chamber, and on his journey through time, his hat, when he was being transported, his hat, both shoes, and one sock were ripped off his body. And he said he showed up on the side of a road that led into Gettysburg and felt sick. And then he said his training kicked in, so he went to the bushes to rip off his other sock because I figured if I'm going to be walking into Gettysburg barefoot, I should be entirely barefoot. Does that make any sense to you?
No, not at all.
That's his training, though.
His training goals.
That's his training kicking in. He said he came across a young, gaunt Union teenage soldier and yelled, "Hey, friend, which way Gettysburg?" He pointed and went towards Gettysburg and decided he needed to get warmer clothes. He walked up to some storefronts to a millinery shop, which I think that's just like a clothes shop.
Can I pause you for a quick second?
What?
I like how he had to decide to get warmer clothes instead of... Go
After
ahead.
ripping his
Yeah,
one
after he took
sock
his
off.
socks
Yeah.
off so he could
Yeah,
Yeah.
be barefoot.
I don't know. But he said he was walking around a millinery shop when an elderly man limped up and yelled at him something like, "What are you doing out here in the cold, boy?" And he later identified the man as Gettysburg cobbler named John Lawrence Burns, who volunteered as a Union sharpshooter when the war came to Gettysburg. And this is an actual guy.
Mhm.
Like I found proof of the guy. And but it's just weird that he found like a famous guy as soon as he walked up to Gettysburg.
Holy shit.
But he said this guy was, well, this part's true. The guy was shot in the hip in the war and surrendered by Confederate forces back to the Union forces. So I don't know why, like, they captured him and then just like gave him back to the Union for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they did. But he said he took Basaggio to outfit him with a jacket and shoes because he was concerned about him. This is Burns that took him.
Wait, the cobbler?
Yeah, the cobbler gave him clothes because he felt bad for him, I guess, because he
Okay.
thought he was a soldier or a bugle boy or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Oh no, the bugle boy. What are we gonna do without him?
okay,
I like bugles.
but he said they went to the back of his store and he gave him some shoes, and then to the storage room to give him a Union winter parka and then a hat. He then told Andrew Passaggio that he had to go because he had to see the president speak because he was coming to Gettysburg today. He also said he went to see it and he could barely walk in the shoes because they were so big on him. They were like clown shoes, and apparently the guy packed paper into the front of the shoes so that they would fit him.
How would they be bigger? Weren't people like smaller back
He said they were
then?
like size 14s, which those would fit me perfectly because that's my shoe size.
You're a 14.
Yeah, but those
Yeah.
people were like what? Their max height was at like what? 5'5"?
I don't think they were all 5'5". I think there was just like I think it's like today where everyone's different height.
Yeah,
Wait, Ben, what shoe size are you?
like 12.
Terry?
12.
Why? What are you?
I don't
Are you like size 9?
You're like a 10 and a half.
Close.
8,
10 and a half.
No,
9
bigger
and a
than
half?
that. No.
9.5,
10.
Yeah.
9.5.
Holy shit!
Well, dude, look. Look how small.
You got petite feet.
You know what
Feminine
that means?
step.
They're fat, though. No.
Yeah,
You know what they say? Small feet.
small.
Big.
Chungus.
Well, I'm gonna finish
No,
this because I
small
don't.
feet. You know what that means?
Big hands.
Small socks.
I'm gonna finish
Small
this
socks
because
means?
I don't have much of the story left.
Okay.
Small shoes.
But he
You know
said
what
he.
small shoes means.
God damn, dude.
Small.
Terry, I have a paragraph left. I have one paragraph left in my story. I
Okay.
just need to finish.
I don't care.
Dude, you're gonna get raped.
You know what? The shoe thing's
I hope
kind of
so.
weird, though.
Tonight,
Because
I'm
we're
gonna
all the
rape
same
you.
height, almost.
Anyway, he showed up to the patriotically decorated stand where Lincoln would be speaking, and he went to the front and was trying to overcome his fear of looking at Lincoln. And that's when he looked to the left, and guess who he saw? Dressed like a
John-
Pennsylvania farmer.
Oh, never mind.
His father.
Wait.
So his dad traveled back in time and didn't even tell him. He sent him back alone and then decided to come. But this is where the video ended, and it said the rest was on part 2, and there was no part 2 that I could find. So I just
What
didn't
if-
want to. I
what
also
if
didn't
that-
want to keep listening to it.
What if the story was totally fake, and we wouldn't know because it's on part 2?
Anyway, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Passaggio is real. So like, I think he's a doctor. I think this guy's a doctor from what I saw. But it's insanity. So if you want to look it up, you just look up Coast to Coast AM Andrew Passaggio interview, and there was like 10 parts, and I could not bring myself to listen to all 10 parts because it was going to take like 3 hours.
I feel like we all became just a little dumber with each
That's
paragraph.
that's the great part of this podcast. These last couple episodes I've done were all like
Retarded.
insane, and I love it. Especially the alien sex episode.
Oh,
my
my
I think
God.
I think that was my favorite one to research so far.
That was the worst one, hands down.
Except for the Cold War history stuff, I get down on Cold War
Remember?
history.
Remember that one episode whenever I had, like, COVID? When I was like, I had that sore throat
Oh,
and stuff.
yeah.
That, like, one of our first ones, like, months and months
I
ago.
think it was the
not
second
even
one we
on-
did.
iTunes, like back on the only
Yeah.
YouTube episodes.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I had COVID. I don't know.
I think it was the second one because
Yeah.
that was the first one we were all together.
Yeah, but we tried to do one, and Joffrey did a whole bunch of history research,
Oh
and
my
we did
Oh,
nothing.
that was the Skinwalker night. We did
Yeah.
Skinwalkers, and then I talked for an hour, and then we
it was
deleted it
only Joffrey.
because it was me talking for an hour.
And we kept trying to ask questions, but we were getting lost because we didn't.
We had no clue what
Well,
he
yeah,
was
'cause
talking
we were
about.
supposed to research that too.
I have the notes right
We
here.
were?
Yeah, because that was when we were doing the old format of like
It was
Oh, I
do
didn't
one
know
topic.
it was the KGB illegals program.
Yeah.
That was the most research I've done for an episode, dude. I was so excited.
I
Dude, you should
remember.
do it for one of these.
I don't know. I could redo it, but dude, I was so pumped to do that, and then we were like,
Get let down.
this wasn't a good episode.
We should redo the ones we
So-
did on
I
Discord.
was so
I feel like
bummed
those
out.
were some good ones.
Yeah, those aren't on iTunes, are they?
Well, we didn't even record
We haven't
them
released
or
a
save
lot of
them.
them because
Oh,
the
well,
audio files didn't transfer. Like
They didn't
some of them-
transfer. They lagged so much it sounded like garbage.
Yeah, or it would be like me and you would transfer, but Ben wouldn't. So then
Yeah.
there would be a conversation between two people, and a third person would be missing. You're like,
Like weird
who the fuck
pauses
are they
and
talking
stuff.
to? Yeah,
Yeah, those were shit times.
that part did suck. Wait, can you boil this?
No, it's
plastic.
plastic.
Oh, it looks like glass.
No.
Anyway, why would you boil
I wanna
boil
get-
glass?
I don't know. I want to get a cast iron one.
A cast iron water bottle?
Well,
You know how heavy that'd be?
yeah.
Cast iron is heavy as fuck, dude.
Yeah, but like I wanted to get one for like hiking so I can like
Cast
actually make
iron.
ramen.
That'd be even worse
Cast
for
iron
hiking.
rust.
Yeah, you have to wash it out, dry it off.
Okay,
You're not
he's
supposed to
talking
use soap.
with us.
No. Listen. Cast iron. You're supposed to rinse it out, but you're supposed to dry it off right away.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
think that might
I'm
be
just
true.
I'm just gonna get into my topic.
Yeah, go to.
All right. So I did the Battle of LA, and
Mm.
I feel like this is a really good one. I'm very excited for this one today. So, the Battle of LA, it refers to a blackout on almost every city on the West Coast on the morning of February 25th, 1942.
Like the whole way
yes.
up to like Washington.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait, when was this? Sorry.
February 25th, 1942.
Okay.
So this is what, 2-3 months after Pearl Harbor.
Mhm.
So a lot of people are on edge.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to get
Oh,
bombed.
that would have caused panic.
Yep. So the blackout was to protect U.S. cities that were liable to be bombed by the Japanese during World War II.
Wait, 1 second.
Yeah.
It was a planned blackout?
No. It just happened, like, they got word of it, and then everyone just got shut down.
What do you mean?
Like,
I'm
there
confused.
I'll get into it later.
Okay.
It might clarify a little bit.
I'll hold my tongue. I'm sorry, sir.
You're fine. Spotlights were shown in the night sky above LA as gunfire showered the sky trying to hit any enemy target.
Oh god.
So they were just shooting blindlessly
Like
up in the sky.
military?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, like the army. They were just shooting blindlessly above the city.
Nice.
And after the sun rose, there weren't any enemy aircraft found destroyed anywhere in the city, which caused a lot of people to question the government. Like, what had they been really firing at if it just disappeared?
Yeah.
Or if there wasn't anything there to begin with. But after Pearl Harbor, Japanese subs patrolled the West Coast, a lot like how the Nazis did on the East Coast.
Yeah.
2 days before the Battle of LA took place, though, a Japanese sub attacked Santa Barbara and shelled an airfield, which I think that'd be a pretty reasonable thing to think. That
How'd they attack it? Like rockets?
Mhm.
Like they were shooting rockets at it?
yeah, I think they have like stuff on deck that goes up and then
Yeah. Like artillery.
yeah. And on the evening of February 24th, word got out to expect an attack, but it was later revoked because they just lost word about it.
Mhm.
However, at 1:44
Did they-
a.m. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, did they find the word?
Jesus Christ. Did they find anything? Did they find something funny?
Did you find something funny?
Did you find something funny, Terry?
He's not paying attention.
Yeah, I
Who
know.
are you?
All right. At 1:44 a.m. on February 25th, a mystery aircraft was picked up on 3 separate sets of radar. So the military got ready to unleash hell on whatever it is up in the sky. And at about 2:30, an alarm was raised, and the city was shut down since the aircraft was only 5 kilometers away. And how far is that?
It's like 2.5 miles.
Okay.
Around there.
So it's pretty close. And after people started reporting to see a plane, the military opened fire at 3:07. And nobody knew what was really over LA, since mixed reports spanned from a single plane being spotted to a whole fleet of planes together, while some people didn't even see anything. So I kind of thought it was like the Mandela effect. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it'd be.
What if
But-
they saw a flock of birds and they were so frenzied that they thought it was planes?
That would be pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
The firing stopped at 4 in the morning when the sun rose, which this is just kind of a side note. I think it's pretty early for the sun to rise, isn't it? 4 in the morning?
I mean, it starts to you can start to see creeps of sun,
Depends where you're at.
I guess, yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. Is that too early to see any sun?
Well, like, I get up, like, for school, and I'll be up at, like, 5 in the morning, and it'll maybe just be getting bright.
I don't know. Maybe it's just mixed up reports from that
I
long
don't
ago
know.
or whatever.
But anyway, despite the government saying that there were a few planes that had been shot down, police found only shrapnel in the streets and no wreckage.
Shrapnel from planes or
I think from, like, I was gonna say shells, but
shells would stay beside the guns.
yeah, but I was, like, just thinking back, I'm thinking maybe bullets, because they probably didn't hit anything unless they exploded.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, they found something in the streets, but it wasn't enough to be like a plane.
Could have just been trash that they thought was shrapnel from something.
Who knows? Who knows? Navy Secretary Franklin Knox said at a White House press conference that nothing had been shot down, while Secretary of War Henry Stimson said that 15 enemy planes had been shot down or seen. So that's a pretty big difference in like accounts. Towards the end of the war in 1945, files on the blackout had resurfaced after being long forgotten.
Oh. Did you just drool? Jordan just
Jordan, I have a
farted
question.
and drooled.
Are you 3?
I'm good.
What?
What? I'm good. I'm okay.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. Some people who were there claimed to have first seen a flare attached to a balloon above Santa Monica, which the balloon thing is actually.
What are you doing?
He shit his pants.
Jordan, you're giving me a rager. Stop it.
All right, but like a lot of people and like evidence points to weather balloons, which is kind of insane that they would have freaked out over.
Well, that's
some
also
weather
what they
balloons.
apparently said the Roswell crash was.
What's that?
The Roswell crash?
Mhm.
Like the first. What's it? Oh, anyway. You don't know? You seriously don't know what the Roswell
No.
crash? It's like apparently the first UFO that crashed in New Mexico,
Oh.
and they found like the bodies, and like
Yeah.
they
I
said
know what
they
you're talking
saw a crashed UFO, then they redacted that and said it was like a weather balloon later.
Oh
George
my
is,
god.
like, shitting himself in the next room. I think that's his mouth. I think he's doing it with his mouth. Are you?
There's no way he wiped that fast.
No.
It wasn't shit.
Was that pee?
No.
It sounded like a garden hose.
That was piss. I was peeing.
Bullshit.
That sounded like way too much water to.
You want to come look?
God. Okay. I'll just let you keep going.
Okay. I thought that was piss again. I just realized he was washing his hands. A unit who was firing at the sky said that they wait. Oh, okay. All right. A unit who was firing at the sky said they set a plane on fire and heard it tear through the night sky. They don't know where it went, which would I don't know how you couldn't follow that. If the city is blacked out, you just have to find the one bright thing in the sky and follow it down.
Was this on the coast that the plane was shot? Like, could it have possibly crashed into the ocean?
I don't know. That is a good point, though.
I don't know. I guess you could have seen it going down, too, though.
Yeah.
More people would have witnessed that. There's no way if you're in a city, nobody else saw that.
Well, I feel like I kind of take back what I said, though. Because if there's just constant gunfire, you can probably lose it. If, like...
If you had seen, like, tracers and stuff.
Yeah, and, like, stuff exploding like,
Yeah.
in the sky.
Makes sense.
One document states that there are at least 1 to 5 planes, though they might have been just... or though they might have just been unauthorized civilian or commercial airplanes.
So shooting civilians down.
The thought that the planes came from Japan was quickly ruled out, since Japan had openly said that they didn't send any planes towards LA that night, which...
Can you really believe your enemy, though?
Yeah. And, like, Pearl Harbor, that's kind of
Yeah.
a huge double cross. Is that allowed to be...
A double cross?
I wouldn't even say that.
Wouldn't
Just
say
a betrayal.
double cross. I don't even know if it was a betrayal. Because they were...
Yeah.
It's not like we were... Were we allies with them before that? Or were we
I
just,
don't
like,
think so.
neutral with each other?
I think it was neutral.
They were kind of doing their own thing, and then they
Mhm.
came over and decided to fuck with us.
Yeah.
World War champs. Back to back. Just saying.
In
It's
19...
about to be triple.
What do you mean it's about to be triple?
With who?
Well, we're gonna win the next one too, right, guys?
What if there's not a next one?
It will be.
Okay.
Eventually, probably.
In 1948, a lot of evidence pointed to weather balloons being the cause of the scare. However, it seems unreasonable to think that 14,000 rounds of ammo could all miss some weather balloons.
And they picked these up on radar, right?
Yeah, and
Would a
back then, like, the radar sucked ass. Like,
Yeah, but,
our
like,
radar at least.
would a weather balloon make as big as a blip as a plane?
I don't know. But like, my point is, like, all of them were super bad, but all three of them read whatever it was exactly at the same place.
So there's definitely something.
Yeah, there's something there.
This was right around the time where UFOs started being seen.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
It's not crazy. And actually, the picture we posted on Instagram, it shows, like, firing above the sky, and you can see something, like, in the spotlights, like, converging at one point. I think it's pretty cool. But one photo printed out in a newspaper, which is the one that I just posted.
is that an actual picture from then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One photo printed in a newspaper the next day. It literally pointed to the idea of a UFO being explanation for what was above LA, because it's like a disc almost. Looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, and like they stopped shining right there. Does it mean it hit something? Or...
Yeah, that's what I think.
Because those lights would have kept going.
Yeah, like there's obviously something there.
So I'll just explain. It looks like from a bunch of different outposts or whatever, huge spotlights all converging on one thing, but not going past a certain point. So it looks like it's hitting something.
It looks like a white, like
Disc.
It looks like the Beatles' Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, it kind of
but
does.
white. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Possibly. Oh, I guess I
Strange.
kind of already told this anyway about the radar, but possibly the craziest thing of this story goes back to the 3 sets of radar that all read the location, since at the time our radar was very bad compared to like England and like European countries, and it wasn't even up to par with other like sets of radar at the time.
Mhm.
And it just seems odd to think that they all would have read the same thing just based on how bad they were.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it is. I wish I could have seen that.
Time slip. We should time slip back to...
Well, you know,
Can you decide the time slip?
We can see it.
What?
We use your app.
Oh.
We think about it,
We'll just think it.
and we'll go right now after the podcast. And we'll
What
go.
if there's just a massive battle that just erupted in the sky above our house when this was over?
That'd be pretty neat.
Would it be neat?
I mean,
Jordan, listen.
yeah. So.
Oh,
What?
that is heinous.
That is very heinous.
Do my undernuts, Richie.
You're under nuts.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Taint?
No, my undernuts.
His under nuts.
That was a very strong, loud.
It's like a rough scratch. I heard.
So,
Like it was rubbing carpet.
It's like you're
A
scratching
rough
burlap.
scrub.
He's supposed to do his
Oh my god.
segment first.
What's up?
You want to go on to DB Cooper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone knows who D.B. Cooper is, I'm assuming.
I
Who's
don't.
DB Cooper?
Tell me.
All right. Well, D.B. Cooper isn't actually a person.
Okay.
D.B. Cooper is an alias that he used.
Like an alien alias?
Yeah. He called. Well, nah.
It's like a different.
He called
God
himself
damn it,
Dan
Ben.
Cooper to get on the plane.
DB Pooper.
Terry, what?
DB
the-
Scooper.
Okay.
Damn
Terry's just like playing with his weenie. But it's not out or anything. It's just like,
In his pants, but he's
I don't
showing
like
off.
this.
oh god,
I'm
Dude.
just trying to do my bit.
It's the tight pants. I'm sorry.
Uh,
oh god, Jordan, keep going.
I'm sorry. I got
We,
tight.
we can't let it get
pants.
to this again.
okay. So Dan Cooper was the name that he used to board the airline, because back then there wasn't a such thing as like,
PG-13.
the TSA.
It was
and
pre
shit.
9/11 flying.
Yeah, so it was basically like getting on a bus.
Yeah.
It was the same fucking thing.
That seems hard to imagine.
Yeah, it was very strange that things could have been that peaceful at one time.
Yeah.
Can I make one side note real quick?
No. Go ahead.
I saw the other day that there has never been a terrorist arrest from TSA. Like they've never arrested a
Stops.
terrorist. Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know how true it was because I saw it in passing, but like if that's true, why are they still a thing? Because pretty much all they do is throw away people's shampoo if they have too much of it.
It's a detergent.
A detergent?
Yeah.
A
A
deterrent?
detergent?
No, it's a detergent
Deterrent?
to wash the plane's clean of
Jesus.
terrorists.
I thought you were saying deterrent, or did you cover yourself after you said
No,
detergent?
I
realized you
meant
said
exactly
detergent.
what I said.
Go on to TV Cooper.
Okay, so basically, he used the name Dan Cooper, the board of this plane, and it's rumored that he was a ex like military person, and he like knew how to skydive and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you why that is not the case when we get to it. So basically, he used the fake name to get on this plane, so he wasn't traceable, and he had a briefcase that he put some wires and shit in and some dynamite sticks and made it look like he could blow the plane up, but he couldn't. It was just like a briefcase with like fake stuff in it.
It
It
was
looked like
a
a bomb.
ruse.
It was a ruse. Yes. So he gets on the plane. He has a note ready to hand to the flight attendant and says that he's gonna blow up the plane unless they land, and they get $200,000 boarded onto the plane, and then they take back off. So
Where to?
Mexico City,
Okay.
which is
In Mexico?
yeah. But wait, where they were originally going, the flight was between crap. It was between Portland and I think somewhere else in like California. So it was the plane did not have enough fuel to get to Mexico.
But so that's why he made him land.
Yeah.
And take back
so he
off.
wanted to land, get fueled up, and then he let like 34 passengers go, but not all of them.
So he had like leverage.
Yeah. So he was like, I don't know if he like let women and kids get off. Probably not. I don't know.
I don't know.
But
I don't know.
but he
I'll hold my
landed.
thoughts.
And he demanded that money. They brought him the money. He let some people off, and it was like $200,000 back then equaled like 1.2 million today.
Way more.
Yeah, which is, I don't know. It's kind of
Insane.
you'd think you'd ask for a little bit more though.
Yeah, but if it's too unreasonable, like, do you think they would give it to him?
I don't think they're gonna let him just blow up a plane.
I don't know.
Maybe he was really conservative about the money.
Maybe he was just trying to be nice and didn't want to take all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the weird thing.
Or maybe sorry.
he also requested it be in all $20 bills.
I feel like maybe he was just a good boy who didn't want too much, but he thought, "Hey, I deserve 200K. I
Deserve
mean,
more
come
than
on."
I have.
So they fly to Mexico, or well, they don't land in Mexico, but they're on their way that way, and he keeps telling them like, "I'm gonna give you instructions on how to fly to Mexico." So he's like,
Did he give him a roadmap?
no, he just was telling them like, "You gotta turn this way." so, so they're flying. He's just like, "Okay, just keep going straight." And then he's like, "Well, no." Then he was like, "Get lower, lower, lower." And then he's like, "Slow the plane down."
Mhm.
And then once they slowed the plane down, he was. Oh wait, he also demanded they give him parachutes too. I forgot to mention that. So they gave him parachutes, and the theory that he was a military person and he knew how to like. Oh, he was a paratrooper was one of the theories, was completely false because the the parachute, the thing that slows you down was sewed shut in it.
Oh.
He didn't know, and it was like a training thing. It
Mm.
was just a training one, and he didn't realize that like that first parachute thing that pops out that slows you down was just it was sewed shut. It wouldn't come out. And
Wasn't it like way too high to actually like jump
Yes.
and live too?
oh yes, he jumped when the plane was also going like 200 miles per hour.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
So
Did he live walking out the door?
what?
Oh, the plane. Did he even live?
Well, no. All
walking
they
out
said
the
was
door?
he just told them get a little bit lower, slow the plane down, and then they did that. But 200 miles per hour is still very fast. Probably still break your neck the second you jump out of the plane. And then he opened up the chute in the back, and he just pounced out. No one ever saw him again.
Plummeted towards Earth.
Yeah.
Can you? I can just picture this guy like being like super white trash, and he like buys a suit and just presents himself as like
once a Pabst blue ribbon from the flight attendant.
yeah, like he doesn't know how to act like high class, and he's like, I kind of picture him as Uncle Eddie from like the National Lampoon's
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Yeah.
or was it Cousin Eddie or Uncle? It's Cousin Eddie. And I picture him like between the two pilots, like the seats, his hand on like the shoulder of each one, like, you want to make a right up here? Like telling them how to fly the plane.
And they're like, sir.
Just like an insane man, just going, I'm just gonna jump out here and you guys can turn back around.
Get me on the way down if you want me. There's an airplane.
Oh yeah. Also, when he jumped out too, he also didn't even bother to make sure there was a clearing. He jumped over top of trees. Like just over a forest.
So even if he did make it to the ground, he would have gotten fucked up by
Impaled,
all the
dude.
trees.
Yeah, even if he would have had that chute slowing him down, he would have got so fucked up. But he had no chute slowing him down. His like face probably instantly got bruised the second he jumped out the plane because the wind was going so fast. And yeah,
I wonder if it skipped his body along the side of the plane like a stone.
That'd be pretty neat. That'd be pretty cool.
but there
See,
was
like dents in the plane.
Yeah.
someone did find a suitcase though with 5,000 of the
Wasn't
money.
it a little kid?
Yeah, and it was like all the $20 bills, and they matched the serial numbers of the money they gave him. But that's all they found. They never found him or the parachute or anything. So
What if he was going so fast that he burned up in the atmosphere and just like...
maybe, or what if like he got sucked into the plane engine?
Well, that would have just fucked up the engine. They would have known that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess planes hit birds and they go down.
Time slip.
Yeah. Yeah, time slip too.
That'd be a good time to time slip.
Or
What
maybe
if
he
he
was
just
going
hit-
so fast he just got sucked into space.
What if he got sucked up?
Yeah.
Wish I got sucked up. That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh.
Ah.
Hey
Dad
guys, after this podcast, you wanna
get sucked up?
Yeah, you wanna suck me up?
No.
Nah.
I will, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You guys
What
live
if-
together, so that's easy.
What if he hit the ground so fast his body just disintegrated?
Or like, what if it turned into
Well,
like
how
a
comes
coal?
the money didn't then? In the suitcase. the
That's
money
because
was
money
left.
has power, Jordan.
Oh yeah,
It's protected by spirits.
exactly.
DB Cooper's
So
soul.
basically, this made me realize that I always thought DB Cooper was like some smart guy who like, you know,
When really he was
no.
probably
Well,
didn't
every
even-
picture of him is in glasses.
But really, he was just a big dumb dummy.
yeah. Who grabbed the parachute, didn't even work, and jumped into a bunch of trees like 200 miles per hour.
So the summary of DB Cooper: a dumb man wandered onto a plane with a fake name, a fake bomb, because I'm guessing he didn't know how to make a real one.
Oh, there's no way.
I'm gonna assume that it was a very poorly written note.
It was probably like,
in,
give money, land now,
No,
parachute
I
Mexico.
just mean bad
like
handwriting.
like-
like,
like-
chicken scratch.
like
Like a
fifth
right-hand
grade.
guy writing stuff with his left hand.
Yeah,
Like
just
that.
like really
well, no, I
bad
pictured
handwriting.
like Charlie Day handwriting. I'd always sunny, like just chicken scratches, just like random shit where anyone looks at, they're like, what the fuck is that?
Denim chicken.
And then he has to explain like, I want land, and then Mexico City.
You land
Money.
We go to Mexico City and you give me money and parachute, and I'll jump. And jump he did, and die he did.
Wait, was DB Cooper a thick guy? Because he might have been too dummy.
No,
thick.
he was. Well, I heard his face was skinny, but like his body was kind of fat.
Oh,
He's, like,
so he
skinny
could have been
fat.
dummy thick.
He was probably dummy thick, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the pictures of him,
likely.
he doesn't look
Likely.
very smart. He does kind of look like Cousin Eddie.
He,
See?
he
You
looks
look
like a
at
he looks like a sex offender.
We'll post it on
Yeah.
Instagram like sometime around the
Sex
Oh
Offender
wait,
Shuffle.
yeah,
sometime
kind
after
of like
we.
kind of like a Cousin Eddie, with some more hair.
Yeah, he has a look in his eyes that doesn't scream intelligence.
Yeah, like it's the yeah. He definitely looks like he cleaned himself up for this so that
Yeah,
he
that's
would
what I'm
look.
saying. He like bought a suit, got real nice.
Yeah, because he definitely does not do his hair like that. He
But,
definitely has
crimes
like
to you.
rough all the
But
time.
like a clean shave and some cologne doesn't make
Fix
you
that?
smart.
No,
Yeah.
it does not. He was like, they'll just think I'm smart and then I'll live.
It's like
with
putting
my-"
a bow
intelligent.
tie on a turd.
I guarantee he jumped out, didn't even know like what cord to pull on the thing.
He just jumped out with a backpack and like held it above his head
What if he tried to pull the straps, like the backpack straps?
to tighten it.
He's just tightening it.
Oh god.
Serious question though. Do you think the pilots watched him pull the actual thing that ejected the parachute,
And just
and
saw
then
it
just
go.
realized that he just kept going?
Do you ever see like the videos of people skydiving and there's that tiny chute that pulls the big chute out?
Mhm.
I imagine them just looking out and just seeing that tiny one fluttering the whole way down and the big one not coming out.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wasn't there that tiny chute? like that was sewed in.
Oh, so only the big parachute came out?
Yeah,
and-
so going that fast, if you don't have that little one to slow you down, because that little one slows you down so
Yeah.
the other one shoots out and doesn't rip. If you're going that fast and you don't have the other one and you just pull the other cord,
So the whole canopy could have just ripped off and he would have plummeted.
Yeah.
What if it just ripped his backpack clean off?
Either that or he wasn't slowing down. So when that big one hit, it just like it could have just snapped his neck.
that's very
Holy
possible
shit.
too.
Like the whiplash
Well,
from it.
yeah,
Like,
imagine 200 miles per hour, that whiplash of just.
It'd be like hanging himself.
those go around like your legs and everything, right? Parachutes, like you put it around your legs and on your back.
No.
I think that
maybe.
It's
think-
just around your arms.
I would think that they have like a clip.
Maybe
like
back
here.
in the olden
and
days it was just around the arms.
Yeah.
But nowadays you'd think that they put it around the legs too.
Oh. I was kind of hoping it'd be around the legs because if like it hit that hard, do you think it would have popped his wiener
Oh
off?
my god, you've
Oh.
been derooted.
Oh yeah, imagine if it would
Tightened
pull
up on his
straps
legs
off.
so hard.
Guys,
and
I'll tell you
fast.
what, I've been derooted. It does not feel good.
How is it growing back?
Dude, it's bigger than it's ever
Oh,
been.
so it's like when you break a bone and it grows back stronger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get derooted more often then.
Yeah, maybe we should try.
I know. Terry and I haven't done anything weird since it's been growing back, and I know you couldn't really please me before.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Anyways, on another note, what's that look for, Ben?
You're in for a surprise.
Just because we're
one.
brothers does not mean we can't have
That's
I
gay,
feel like
and that's
if you guys
incest,
keep
though.
this relationship up, this relationship up, that your children aren't gonna scream and tell Jen either.
Terry can't have it because he's
A boy.
he's been scraped clean.
I'm barren.
He had a hysterectomy.
What? Wait, what's that?
He's been scraped.
Oof.
They took my prostate out too.
Ah.
Can't even have fun with that.
Should we end this?
The state
Yeah,
of
we're gonna
Florida
get-
has
we're gonna get
access
worse
to
and worse.
disclose
We
our
keep going
sexual
now?
crimes to you.
Thank you guys.
Wait! I need to talk about my topic of bitches.
Okay, go for it.
Bitches are awesome. I love.
Thank you for listening to our 14th episode.
Thank
of
you.
Pause Room Podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're
Thank
trying
you.
to get better. Hopefully we are. If not, send us some hate mail. We appreciate it.
We love the negative comments.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
It gets our rocks off. It makes. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know about you, but negative comments just make me insta horny.
Me too. So, on that note,
Thanks for listening, Aunt Paula.
good night.